Perfect. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Chaviji, for your help. Sorry to be late. And okay, so we try to debate today about the points that I sent on the WhatsApp, yeah? So it should not be so complicated, but we'll check. Okay, so I will not ask you the definition of cup, because usually we don't have it. We have the definition of pot. By the way, did you see the definitions I sent as well? Yes, Tara? Okay, good. Yes. So you have them on the fingertips? No. Okay, so no problem. So, okay, we can start. Well, I guess that you don't know the definition of one. Rocho, you cannot hear? Ah, yes, okay, no, it's okay. Good, okay. So, who has the definition of one? Okay.
It's not diverse, something that is not diverse.
Something that is not diverse. Okay. For instance, a horn of the rabbit, which is not diverse.
Is not diverse and existent.
Okay.
And is existent.
Yes, very good. So a phenomenon which is not diverse, yeah? So it follows that the subject, a phenomenon which is not diverse, is the definition of one. Yes? Okay, very good. So it follows that you can posit the definition of different.
Isn't it the same?
Different and one are contradictory, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So one, the definition of one, as you said, is a phenomenon which is not diverse, and different. What could it be?
Diverse phenomenon.
Yes, diverse phenomena. Very good. So it follows that the subject diverse phenomena is the definition of different.
Accept.
Accept. Okay, very good. So, okay, so you can posit the definition of different from cup.
Diverse phenomena from cup.
Yes, very good. And one with cup?
That which is not a diverse phenomena from cup.
Yes, a phenomenon which is not diverse from cup. Very good. Okay. So how many points between, or what is the difference between cup and one with cup? Is it contradictory?
There's no difference.
There's no difference. So it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it follows that if it is cup, it's necessarily one with cup. Okay, so the subject gray cup is cup. Yes. Okay, and the subject gray cup is one with cup. Because it is cup. Okay, so I see many no. So it follows that, okay, it follows that the subject gray cup is a cup. Accept, okay. And if we say that cup and one with cup are equivalent or the same, so if it is cup, it has to be one with cup. Yes, so the subject gray cup is one with cup because it is cup.
Isn't it cup and gray cup three possibilities?
Yes, exactly. Cup and gray cup, three possibilities. Yeah, everybody agrees? Yes, okay. So yes, for instance, that gray cup is gray cup and cup. We have cup, which is not gray cup, and we have something which is none of them. Yeah, so three possibilities. Okay, so now if we check, if I ask again, it follows, you know the difference between the two, cup and one with cup.
Accept.
Yes, okay, posit.
Whatever is one with cup is necessarily a cup, but whatever is a cup is not necessarily one with cup.
Yes, very good, Chaviji. Yeah. Okay, so that's the perversion. Yeah. So if it is one with cup, it's necessarily a cup. But if it is a cup, it's not necessarily one with cup. Yeah, for instance, what could be cup but not one with cup?
Red cup.
Red cup, yeah, the subject red cup. Yeah, okay, so it follows that the subject red cup is a cup.
Sept.
Yes, and it follows that the subject a red cup is not one with cup.
Accept.
It is not one with cup because?
Because only cup is one with cup.
Yes, because only cup is one with cup. Yeah, so red cup is different from cup. Yes, everybody agrees? So that's the magic of philosophy. Yeah? A red cup is a cup without being one with cup. Yes, it is one entity with cup, but it is not one with cup. Okay, very good, fantastic. So, and okay, so Chaviji already said that only cup is one with cup, yeah? So only cup is both one with cup and cup. Yeah, okay.
Sept.
Very good. So we have something which is both cup. Cup is one with cup and it is cup. We have something which is cup but not one with cup. So gray cup or wooden cup or red cup and so on. They are cups, but they are not one with cup. They are different from cup. Yeah,
I have a question. I'm sorry.
please.
So when you say, when you say a cup and a blue cup, and when you say one with cup, we're talking like an abstract, isn't it? Just like the concept cup. And that idea, is it a meaning generality of a cup? That idea then is just a cup, is not a blue cup or yellow cup. Is it like that?
So it seems to be the meaning generality, but it's not really, because when we say cup, cup is impermanent, cup is a form and so on. Yeah, so it has to be impermanent, it has to be produced. But the meaning generality of cup is not impermanent. Yeah, it's temporary permanent. So we could say that cup is the isolate cup. It's what is conceptually isolated from anything else. Yeah, but still cup is an impermanent generality. Yeah, we could say it's the general isolate or something like this, yeah? Or the self-isolate cup. So it is conceptually isolated, but it is through a meaning generality, but it is not the meaning generality itself.
Okay. My next question is why is it when you start talking about, you know, it, 3 P's and 4 P's, why do we always have to say something that it is not? Why is it not enough to say cup and blue cup? Why do I have to say, whatever other thing? Why
Yes,
is it
because
important to say that? What
because
does cup, blue cup, and a computer have to be together? Thank you.
yes, because we need to know, ideally, we need to know what is not that phenomenon. Yeah, because sometimes our conceptualization is not so accurate. Sometimes we tend to mix phenomena, and sometimes we separate them artificially. So it's important to know what is not that phenomenon. Yeah. So when we compare pot and blue pot, for instance, then we need to know, for instance, that a cup is not a pot. Yeah.
So is it because, sorry if I'm stopping the class,
No
is
problem.
is it because then right now it doesn't have like a lot of meaning to say the computer when we're talking about this, but if I understand correctly, it is later as we advance that we will necessarily have to talk about that which is not the both.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So right now
Some
we're just, going with the flow.
yes, and sometimes there is nothing which is none of them. Yeah, like on Monday, I guess we had something like this. I don't remember what it was. Ah, yes, yes, cup and not different from cup. There is no, what was it? I don't remember. But we can find some exceptions, like for instance, non-impermanent and existent. There is nothing which is none of them. Yeah,
That's true.
because if we look for something which is not not impermanent, it has to be impermanent, and something which is not existent. So a
Okay.
non-existent which were to be impermanent cannot be found, yeah?
Thank
So
you.
sometimes we have 3 possibilities without something which is none of them, or 4 possibilities without something which is none of them, yeah? It happens sometimes.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Do you remember, Tara, what we had on Monday? Something like this? No, okay, no problem. Okay, okay. So yeah, in that case, cup and one with cup, we can find something which is none of them, yeah? Like any non-cup. Okay, very good. And the second debate, what was it? Cup and phenomenon. Okay, so it follows that we can posit the definition of phenomenon. Yeah, it was maybe the second definition on the list.
Something that exists.
Yes, it is equivalent with existent, but the existent would not be a definition, it would be a definiendum, yeah? So existent is not the definition of phenomenon, but is equivalent with phenomenon, yeah? So yeah, it was not required for you to know those definitions, so just
Object of knowledge.
Yes, object of knowledge is equivalent as well. Very
Ah.
good.
So I'm going to give you the list of
Yes,
equivalents.
please, yeah, go on. Yeah, we have objects, we have hidden phenomenon, we have object of comprehension of an omniscient mind, and so on, yeah? So we have many equivalent phenomena, but only that which holds its own entity is the definition of phenomenon, yeah? That which holds its own entity. Yeah, so, okay, so that's just for you to know, but it's okay if you forget it. Okay, phenomenon and cup. So it follows you can posit the difference between the two. Among contradictory equivalent 3p, 4p, maybe 5p, 6p. Yes, please. 3. Okay.
3p.
3p as well. Wow. Okay, many 3p. Okay, fantastic. So if we have 3p, you can posit a common base between the two. Do you remember what is a common base? Yes. What is a common base?
Something that is A and B.
Yes, it has to exist. And it is both phenomena, both items that we compare. Exactly. Yes. So could you find a common base between cup and phenomenon?
Red
cup.
cup.
Red cup. Okay. Yes, the subject follows that the subject red cup is a cup.
Except.
Yes, it is a cup because you can find different answers. You could say because it is not a non-cup, for instance, or it is the opposite of not being a cup, or because it has the function of a cup, and so on. You can find many answers, yeah? Okay, so it was a red cup, yeah? It follows that the subject red cup is a phenomenon. Yes, it is a phenomenon because?
You just said the definition. and I'm so bright that
If you wish,
it can hold its own character.
yes, its own what?
I would say characteristic, but it's not characteristic.
Yes, in one sense, yeah, in one sense.
Entity, it holds its own entity.
Yes, very good. Yes, in the Abhidharma Kosha, we find a quote that says, because it holds its own characteristics, it is a phenomenon, yeah? Swalakshana dharanat dharmaha. Yeah, so it has to have its own characteristics and so on, but the definition would be that which holds its own entity, yeah? Okay, so you could say because it is existent, or because it is observed by valid cognition, or because it is an object, and so on, yeah? You can give also some equivalent phenomena as the reason, yeah? If you wish. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, you could say also because it is not a non-existent. Why not? Yeah. Very good. Okay, so red cup is a common base between cup and phenomenon. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay, very good. So if you say 3P, you can posit the pervasion. If it's A, it's necessarily B, but if it's B, it's not necessarily A.
And something that is neither.
Yeah, so something that is neither would be something that we can ask afterwards, but here the perversion would be if it is the one, it's necessarily the other, but if it's the other, it's not necessarily the first one. Then the challenger knows which circle overlaps the other one. Yeah?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Yes, the perversion
Yeah,
would
the
be like,
circle.
for instance, hot water and water. Yeah, if it is hot water, it's necessarily water, but if it is water, it's not necessarily hot water. Yeah.
Yes.
So here with phenomenon and cup, what is the perversion?
If it's A, it has to be B, and if it's the big one, if it's A, it cannot. Sorry, if it is A, if it is A, it has to be B. If it is B, it doesn't have to be B, the other one, and there's
Yes.
something that is neither.
Okay, and here with cup and phenomenon, how do you formulate that? Cup and phenomenon?
Something that is a cup could be a red cup, but phenomena not necessarily is cup or red cup. You know, it can
Yes.
be it is something that holds its own entity, and the other one could be a flower in the sky.
Okay. If it's okay.
Or not.
Okay. The other one, you mean phenomenon?
The one that is neither
Ah, okay.
phenomenon
The
nor
one
cup.
that is neither. Okay. Okay. So, okay, very good. So if we formulate the pervasion between cup and phenomenon, we could say, if it is a cup, it's necessarily a phenomenon. But if it is a phenomenon, it's not necessarily a cup. Yeah, everybody agrees? If it is a cup, it necessarily exists. But if it exists, if it is a phenomenon, it's not necessarily a cup. Yeah, everybody agrees? Welcome. Welcome, UTG. Very good. So here we are just comparing cup and phenomenon, yeah? Okay. So if I say, for instance, the challenger would say, it follows that if it is a cup, it necessarily exists. Would you accept or not? Yes. Okay, you would accept, yeah? Okay, so if it is a cup, it necessarily exists. So if it is a cup, it's necessarily a phenomenon because then you can give a reason.
Because it's an object of knowledge.
Yes, because it is an object of knowledge. Yes, you could say because it is impermanent, because it is a form, because it is matter, and so on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yes, if it is a form or if it is matter, it necessarily exists. Yeah. If it is impermanent, it necessarily exists. Yeah. So the reason is good as well. Yeah. But yeah, because it is an object of knowledge, that works as well. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes,
But if
please.
but you're saying like, okay, we're talking about this cup, and you said that it was an isolate. You know, it comes from generalities, but it's an isolate. And we're saying it's matter. So
Yes.
now we're talking about a real a
Yeah.
solid, like a form that to the tact, or still that isolate.
Yes, because when we say cup, the generality cup has to be form, has to be matter. Even if it is isolated, if it is the mere cup in itself, the self-isolate cup. So the isolate is permanent, but cup itself, yeah, whatever is the isolate of cup has to be form, has to be matter, because it is only cup. Yeah, there is
Okay.
no cup which could you find a cup which is not matter?
No.
No, exactly. So when we isolate cup through a meaning generality, so that cup is isolated, but still that cup is impermanent. Yeah.
And
So
it cannot be without a real cup, like a something that is a solid,
exactly.
like matter.
Exactly, yeah, because sometimes when we generalize, when we think about the generality cup, we tend to think that it's only an abstraction. It's nothing else than an abstraction. But still, cup has to be matter. So even that generality cup, which is yes, broadly generalized, still has to be matter, because otherwise it would be the concept of the cup, but the concept of the cup is never a cup. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm stopping the class.
No, it's very important. Yeah, it's very important. Very useful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we need to interact. Yeah. If you have more questions, please, please ask them. Yeah. Not sure we have the answers. Yeah, but still we have the questions. Okay, very good. So, yes. So that's difficult, because if we ask the question, yeah, which color is cup? Yeah, which form is cup? Is it necessarily round? Is it necessarily blue? It's the mere generality cup, so that's why it's difficult to answer. Yeah, it's the same with color. Color is a color, yeah, because color is defined as that which is suitable to be shown as a hue. Yeah, so it has to be a hue. It has to be a color. But which color is color? That's the same problem.
And which color is color if it's blue is an instance?
Yes, if we say blue, blue is an instance of color. It's not the
Okay.
generality color. It's an instance of it.
Okay.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay, so those questions are very difficult, yeah, sometimes. Okay, so everybody agrees that if it is a cup, it necessarily exists. Yes, but if it exists, it's not necessarily a cup. Yes, for instance, could you posit a phenomenon which is not a cup?
A pillow.
A pillow. Yeah. Yes, a pillow is very soft and a cup is very hard. So a pillow is not a cup. Okay, very good. A pillow exists. Yeah, a pillow is a phenomenon, but it is not a cup. Yeah, so we have A and B. We have phenomenon which is not a cup. Can we find a cup which is not a phenomenon? No. Yeah, it's not possible. If it is a cup, it has to exist, yeah, as we said. And if you say 3P, you can posit something which is none of them, not a cup and not a phenomenon. What could it be?
The horns of a rabbit.
Yes, the horns of the rabbit, very good. And we can say also the square circle, yeah? Square circle. I remember during a previous session when we spoke about square circle, I remember certain Wamola, you said that it is existent, impossible to be, I remember. Yes, if we say the set of two, the set of a square and a circle, yeah, the set of the two, it exists and it is object of knowledge impossible to be. But a square circle itself is a non-existent, yeah? Yeah.
Say it again, Christophe.
Yeah. If we
Sorry.
have, for instance, okay, we could say a cup and a phone. A cup and a phone both exist. Yeah, you agree with that. Yes. So the set of the two is an object of knowledge impossible to be. There is nothing that can be both. Still both exist. Yeah, so the set of the two is an object of knowledge impossible to be. Yeah. If we
I'm
say,
sorry.
yeah,
When you're saying impossible to be is a thing that is both.
yes, exactly. It
Okay.
means they have no common base. There is nothing which can be both a phone and a cup.
A set means that they're like a set, and that's a set, and one that is both, it is impossible to be.
Yes, exactly.
And why isn't it not a non-existent and it is impossible to be?
Yes, the difference between the two is like a phone and a cup, they exist. So the set of the two is an object of knowledge. It exists.
Okay.
Yes, but there is nothing that can be both. so it's a phenomenon impossible to be. Yeah, they are contradictory, so they have no common base. Yeah, so that's what it means. Yeah, so the set of the two exists. But if we say a phone, which is a cup, this is a non-existent. Yes?
But what is the difference? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. The difference between impossible to be and non-existent.
Yes, object of knowledge means existent, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, it means phenomenon, it means it exists. So the set of the two exists, yeah? So it is an object of knowledge. And we could say, for instance, cup and functioning thing, the set of the two is an object of knowledge possible to be.
Yes.
Because you can find common base between cup and impermanent, or cup and, what was it? Form, yeah? So you have a common base between cup and impermanent. So cup and impermanent are an object of knowledge. Both, the set of the two is an object of knowledge possible to be, because you can find a common base between cup and impermanent. But between cup and form, both exist, yeah, they are observed by valid cognition and so on. So the set of the two exists, but there is no common base between the two. So that's why it is an object of knowledge impossible to be. There is nothing that can be both.
Okay, and then impossible to be a non-existent, and the non-existent is something that is not form, matter, valid cognition,
Exactly.
and non-existent is the horns of the rabbit. That's the difference
Exactly.
between something that is object of knowledge and something that is not, like non-existent.
Yes, exactly. Object of knowledge is contradictory with non-existent. Yes. Okay. So if it exists, it cannot be a non-existent. Yeah. And if it is a non-existent, it cannot exist. Yeah. So yeah, there is no common base between existent and non-existent. That's true. Yeah. Okay. So like the common base between the phone and a cup is a non-existent. Yeah. So there is nothing that can be both. That's why the set of the two is object of knowledge impossible to be. Okay. Okay, very good. So sorry for the terminology, and it can be a bit complicated. I'm sorry.
No, how wonderful to learn this.
Yeah. And that's most useful when we apply that to the aggregates. Yeah, you all know the 5 aggregates. Yeah. And the 5 aggregates are impermanent, impossible to be. So that's very useful, because usually we tend to think that the person is the 5 aggregates, but there is nothing which is the 5 aggregates. They are impermanent, impossible to be. There is nothing that can be the 5 aggregates.
Wow, like the phone and that cup.
Yes. Yes, because among the aggregates we have form, and we have 4 aggregates which are not forms. So nothing can be form and non-form. Yeah, so even the person is not the form aggregate and the aggregates which are not form. It's not possible, yeah? So in that case, that's very useful, no? Okay, very good. So we said between cup and phenomenon, we said 3P. So we said there is something that is none of them. We could say, okay, horn of the rabbit, yeah? Horn of the rabbit or square circle. So we have 3P between cup and phenomenon. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay, very good. You please dare to disagree. If you don't agree, that's fine as well. Okay, very good. So here we have the color of an orange and the orange color. Oh, tricky. The color of an orange and the orange color. Contradictory, equivalent, 3P, 4P.
They're different.
They are different, I agree. I agree, they are different because
Because orange is a color, and orange of the cup is the color of a cup.
yeah. Yes, what was the illustration here? Yeah, the color of an orange and the orange color. Both are colors, yeah?
Ah,
Okay, so if they are, yeah, for the defender, the process is like this, yeah. That's important to start with the common base. If you don't find any common base between the two, so they are different and they have no common base, you found your answer. They are contradictory. Yeah. Okay, so now if you find a common base, maybe they have only common bases, so they would be equivalent. And now if you find an illustration of A which is not B, then it could be 3P. And if you find something which can be B but not A, then you can have 4P. Yeah. So that's the way to process the things. Yeah.
4P.
4P for Chaviji. Yes, I was sure that someone would say 4P. Okay, so let's try. So if you say 4P, then you can posit an illustration of something that can be both, yeah, a common base between the color of an orange and the orange color.
Orange color.
Okay, just orange color.
Yes.
Okay, so for instance, the orange color of a flower, it is a common base between, no?
Just the orange color.
a cup of the orange color.
A cup, an orange cup.
No, yeah, an orange cup.
An orange cup is a common base between orange and the color of an orange?
No,
No.
but
Yeah, we have to find a color which can be a common base, yeah? Yeah. So, yes, for instance, what was it? Okay, the color of an orange and the orange color. Yeah, so if we are more specific, what should we posit as an illustration of something which is both?
an orange that is orange, an orange
Okay.
with the color orange.
An orange.
An orange
It's because
orange.
you first say cup and now you say orange. A fruit that is an orange that is of an orange color.
Okay, so it follows that the subject of fruit is a common base between orange and the color of an orange.
No.
No. Same problem like the cup, yeah? Yeah.
The orange color of an orange.
Okay, yes. Yes, very good. The orange color of an orange. Yeah. Or the color of an orange.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody agrees that that what Chaviji said, the color, the orange color of an orange is a color.
Mm.
Yes. So that's the only possibility, yeah, to find a common base between the two, eh? The color of an orange and the orange color. It has to be a color.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So the orange color of an orange, it follows it is a color. Yes. It is a color because
It is suitable to be a hue.
yes, very good. It follows that if it is suitable to be a hue, it's necessarily a color.
Excellent.
Very good. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. So the orange color of an orange is the color of an orange.
Yes.
Yes. And it is the orange color.
Yes.
Everybody agrees? Okay. Very good. So now if you say 4P, you can posit an illustration of something which is A, not B. Yeah, the color of an orange, which is not the orange color.
Can we say
Yes, please.
color of a green orange?
Yes.
Like a raw orange.
Yes, a non-ripe orange, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the color of a non-ripe orange, the color of a green orange. Yeah, yeah, it follows that the subject, the color of a green orange, it's not the orange color. Accept?
I accept.
Yes, okay, it is not the orange color because
Because it is green.
Yes, it follows that if it is green, it's necessarily not orange.
I accept, yes.
Very good. Okay. Fantastic. So, and the color of a green orange, it follows that it is the color of an orange. Accept. Yeah, the color of a green orange is the color of an orange, no? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So we have A and B. Yeah, the orange color of an orange. Then we have the color of a green orange, which is A, not B. So now we need something which is B, not A. What can it be?
The color orange.
Okay, the color orange. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so it follows that the subject, the orange color of an orange is not the color orange. So it is the red, or it is the red color. Yeah, the orange color of an orange. Is it the color orange?
It's an instance of orange.
Yeah, so very good. So if it is an instance of orange, it cannot be green, it has to be orange. Yeah, for instance, this cup is an instance of functioning thing, so it is a functioning thing. Yeah, so if it is an instance of orange, can it be red? Can it be blue? No, it has to be orange, yeah? Not sure?
So we're talking about the orange color, okay?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I'm very slow at this,
no
okay?
problem.
So we're talking about the orange color, okay? And then we're talking about the orange color of an orange,
Yes,
which is also an instance of the orange.
yes.
Then it is not 4p, it has to be 3p, because the
Ah,
orange color, the orange color of an orange will have to be orange
yes,
color.
okay.
We have
Yes,
an orange color that is, the definition is susceptible to being the hue. I'm sorry, I'm not good with that.
yeah, to be the
And then we
orange
have
hue.
the color of an orange,
Yeah,
and that is also a color, is susceptible of being a hue.
yes,
So that means that one is inside the other,
okay.
or not.
Yeah. So if we say, for instance, okay, if we compare the color of an orange and or even if we compare the orange color of an orange and the the color orange, which is a generality, then in that case, can we have 3p?
I still
Because
sustain that we do, but I also suspect that I'm wrong.
don't trust my face, as would say Vinay Dandula. Don't trust my poker face. Okay, yes. If we speak about an instance and its generality, they are necessarily contradictory. Yeah, because one is, what is the definition of instance? A phenomenon which has its class encompassing it as a pervader. So that's an instance. And the other one is a class which encompasses its many illustrations or many manifestations. Yeah. So one is the pervader, one is the pervaded. So they cannot have 3p, they are necessarily contradictory.
The color or orange.
Of an orange and orange, which is the generality of that color.
So I'm sorry. So we have the color orange.
Yes.
The color orange that is And then we have the orange color of an orange. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why are they contradictory again?
Yeah, because if we say, okay, one is necessarily an instance of a generality, and the other one is the generality which pervades that instance,
Mhm.
and in that case, one cannot be the other.
I would say, like, so we have a cup and we have a little cup. Why would they be contradictory?
Yes, if we have what? Cup and?
If we have cup
Yes,
and a little cup, a small cup,
yes. So
why
3p
would they?
in that case. Yeah, 3p in that case, yeah. But if we say cup, which is the generality, and a cup, which is an instance of that generality, if we are more specific, then in that case,
Mhm.
yeah, so
don't
that's
know.
why when we say cup, we don't specify if it's a generality or an instance, yeah? We
So
just say cup.
in order for them, a cup and a little cup to be contradictory, we have to say the generality of a cup and a small cup.
Yeah, we could say the cup, which is a generality, and a small cup,
Okay.
which is an instance of the generality cup.
Okay.
And we cannot say the generality cup, we have to say the cup, which is a generality, because in this case it is impermanent. But if we say the generality cup, it is permanent because generality is permanent. Yeah, so that's something that we have to check together later, I guess. But yeah, if we speak just orange, the orange color or orange, then we don't specify if it is the generality which pervades the orange color of an orange or not. We don't specify, so it can or not necessarily. Yeah. So if we choose orange, it can be the color of an orange flower. Yeah. Yeah, everybody agrees that the color of an orange flower is orange. Lara is not sure. The color of an orange flower, is it orange? Maybe not.
No, because orange, the color orange is something that is, susceptible to be a hue, and the orange color of the flower is something that is the hue of a flower.
Yes. So if it is suitable to be the hue of a flower, is it suitable to be a hue?
Well, I would say yes.
Yes. If it is the color of a flower, is it a color?
Yes.
Yes. So if it is the orange color of a flower, is it orange? Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So yes, it is. It is B, not A. It is orange, an instance of orange, which is not the color of an orange, because it is the color of a flower. Everybody agrees that the orange orange color of a flower is orange and is not the color of an orange, because it is the color of a flower. But it is still orange, yeah? Okay. So it seems to be B, not A. Everybody agrees? I'm the only one to have fun here. Sorry, it's very nice. I love those conversations. Okay, so now can you posit something which is none of them? The color of an orange and the orange color?
Anything that is not that, though. Any existent that is not any of those.
Yes, for instance. Yes.
The computer.
The computer, yes. Very good. The subject, a computer. Yeah. So it follows that the subject computer is not orange. Yes, even an orange computer is not orange. Is it?
It's not
No,
orange
because
itself.
Yes, it is not orange.
It's
It's
not
not the
orange
color.
itself. Yeah.
Yes, it's not the color. It has the color orange, but it is not the color orange. Yes. So even in that case, even when the challenger tries to trick you, yes, even an orange computer is not orange. The color of an orange computer could be orange, yeah. Has to be orange, I could say. but the computer itself cannot be orange, cannot be a color. Everybody agrees? Wow, very good. So if the computer itself cannot be a color, it cannot be the color of an orange. Yeah. So it follows that the subject, the computer, is something which is A and something which is not B, which is not A and not B. Everybody agrees? Fantastic. So 4P
So
between
as
what?
an example,
Yes,
so
please.
as an example of the fourth P, can we just simply say any other color?
Yes, we could. Yeah, you can pose it. Yeah, but if you say, for instance, green, it could be the color of an orange.
Right.
Yeah. So if you say
Yes.
blue, or any, or if you are more specific, you can say, okay, the color of a green leaf.
Right.
Then you are sure it's not the color of an orange, and it is not orange. Yeah. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, so 4P, everybody agrees that we have 4 possibilities: A and B, A not B, B not A, and not A not B. Between what and what?
The orange, the orange and the color of an orange flower.
Yeah. No, the color of an orange and the color orange, the orange color. Yeah. I could have said orange, just the color of an orange and orange. That would be the same debate. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So now more tricky. Color and different from color. Wow. Headache. Color and different from color. We did something like this on Monday with Ina and Tara, and it seemed to work. Yeah, we had things like this. Yeah, different from that, not different from that, and so on. Okay,
Isn't
color.
that
Yes, please.
mutually exclusive?
Okay, mutually exclusive, so contradictory. Yeah. Okay, so okay,
Because there's nothing that is not color that is color.
okay.
No common base.
Yes, if we had said color and contradictory with color, maybe we could say, okay, contradictory, maybe mutually exclusive. Even that is not sure. But here we have color and different from color. Yeah, so it follows that the subject blue is different from color. Is it? It follows that the subject blue is different from color.
Again, it's an instance of color.
Yeah, so if it is an instance of color, it has to be different from color. Yeah, like when we will learn the generalities and instances later, yeah, the 3 requirements for blue to be an instance of color, it has to be color, it has to be different within the same essence as with color, and many other instances that have to be color, which are not blue. Yeah, so it has to be different from its generality anyway.
But there are common bases between color and blue color.
Yes, there are many common bases, no?
Mm-hmm. The blue color of a cup.
Yes, it is blue and it is a color. Yeah. And if it is blue, is it one with color or different from color?
You said that it was different from color.
I said, okay, don't believe everything I say.
So no.
But do you agree that if it exists, it has to be one or different? Yes, you agree with that. And if it exists, it has to be one or different from pot. It has to be one with pot or different from pot. It has to be one with table or different from table. It has to be one with color or different from color. Yeah. And in the multiverse of Doctor Strange, what is the only thing which is one with color?
Color.
Color.
Color, yes, very good. So the subject blue is not color itself, yeah? So it is not one with color. And if it exists and it is not one with color, it has to be different from color. Do you agree with that? Very good. So the subject blue is color and different from color. Everybody agrees? Okay. So at least we have a common base between color and different from color. So color and different from color are not contradictory.
They're
Yeah.
3P.
3P. Okay, 3P. So
I'm in trouble.
no problem. Even, you know, sometimes I make mistakes as well. Anyway, it's the way we learn. Yeah, it's I remember at Nalanda Monastery we had a student, and on his arm there was a tattoo, and it was written, "Never a failure, always a lesson." That's
If
very
you
nice.
so because we're talking about color and blue, are we talking about a blue color?
Yes, if it is blue, can it be a non-color?
No.
No, it has to be a color, yeah?
So then it is we have the color and we have the blue.
Yes, so among color and blue, we have 3P, yeah?
Yes.
But now we compare color and different from color. Are you sticking to your 3P? That's
But you know so you're changing blue to different from color.
yes, because sorry, because I did indeed I did the job the first step of the job of the defender. I tried to find common base between the two. Yeah, to tell you that it's
Color
not
and the color
contradictory.
blue.
No, color and different from color.
Okay.
Color and different from color are not contradictory because a common base is possible. For instance, blue. Blue is a color and blue is different from color. So if blue is a common base, then they are not contradictory. Color and different from color are not contradictory. Yeah, but it's only the first step. Now you have to choose, yeah, equivalent 3P, 4P. 3? Okay. Okay, let's try 4, 3.5. Okay, let's try. Okay, so the common base is already done, yeah? Everybody agrees? Yeah, okay, very good. So, okay. So if you say 4P, you can posit an illustration of color, which is not different from color.
Color.
Color, yes. The subject color is color. Yeah, it is because it is color. Because it is suitable to be a hue, yeah?
So A
Okay.
can be A. So an illustration of A can be A. An
Yes,
illustration of color can be color. If A is, an impermanent, it can be an impermanent. Like the
yes,
illustration could be itself.
yes. Technically speaking, we will not say illustration, tsenji in Tibetan, because tsenji or illustration helps to understand the definition and the definiendum. But here it's the same, so it cannot help to understand it. So technically speaking, it is something which is A and not B. Yeah, it is something which is A and not B. We cannot technically speaking say it is an illustration in that case.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for
Okay.
example, if A right now A is color, so we're saying that and is not an illustration, but that could be A, something
Yes,
that
it is.
is A is A is
Exactly.
it. But then we could say if A was impermanent and you were asking for something that is just A, we could say impermanent.
Yes, you could.
Okay, so A can
Or
be A then.
yes, or you can give another another illustration in one sense between brackets, you could say suitable to be a hue. The
Okay.
subject suitable to be a hue is a color because that's the definition of color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Very good. That would be very good to say like this. Okay. So, so the subject color is, but in that case, we have to choose color. We cannot say suitable to be a hue. Yeah, because it is color and it is not different from color. So only color exists and is not different from color. If we said suitable to be a hue, it is different from color. So it could not work on this case, yeah? Okay. Sorry for the
Oh,
tricks.
great.
Okay, very good. So everybody agrees that we have A, not B. So color, which is not different from color, it has to be just color. Yeah? Everybody agrees? Yeah, the subject color is not different from color. Is not different from color because?
Because it is one with color.
Yes, it follows that if it is one with color, it's necessarily not different from color.
Accept.
Very good. Wow, fantastic. Okay. So now, can you posit something which is B, not A, something which is different from color, but is not color?
Everything. Pen.
Yes. Everything that is not color. But it has to exist, yeah? Because it is different from color, yeah? So it has to be a phenomenon which is diverse from color. So it has to exist any existent which is not a color. So pen, for instance, table, person, and so on, yeah?
But I would be afraid. Afraid, of course, that doesn't. I would be afraid of Christophe. No, I would be afraid if I say pen. You know, with this example, you were saying color and different from color, and if I were to say different from color is pen, what if you came back and said, "Oh, what about a color of a pen?
Ah, yes. What about the color of a pen?
Is
Is
that
it
a
a,
common base then?"
is it a pen?
Oh no.
No.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, yes, thank you.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So everybody agrees that the subject a pen is necessarily not a color. Even a blue pen is not a color. Even even a colorful pen is not a color. Yeah, it has colors, but it is none of them. Okay, very good. So we had A and B, like blue. Blue is a color and different from color. Yeah, we have A, not B, color. Color is color, but color is not different from color. And now different from color, which is not color, pen. A pen is different from color, but is not a color. And something which is none of them. Something which is not a color and not different from color.
Here it is where we use the non-existent.
Yes, exactly. Because if we had to use an existent, then it could not be a color. And it exists, but it's not different from color, so it has to be one with color. So it could not be a color, but it has to be one with color, so it doesn't work. Yeah. So only a non-existent can work here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But what if we use the non-existent pink elephant here?
Yes, the pink elephant. Is the pink elephant a color?
The pink elephant has the color pink.
So a non-existent can have a color.
No, not really.
Yes, it cannot have, yeah.
You cannot
pink,
have, yes.
yeah, so even the color of a pink elephant is not a color, is a non-existent. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So we have 4P between color and different from color, yeah? Yeah, very good. And if we say, okay, color, that's the bonus, the last debate for today, between color and not one with color. There's a slight difference.
It's not one with color, not isn't it not one with color the same as different with color?
Ah, okay. So we can debate first, not
That
one
that is my
and different.
question. Don't ask me to look for the answer. Give it its.
Yeah. Yes, if we compare not one and different, I guess we would have 3p or 4p, not one and different. No, I would say 3p. If it is different, it's necessarily not one. But if it is not one, it's not necessarily different. It can be 1 million horns of the rabbit. It is not one, and it is not different. Yeah. We could say maybe 4p. Okay, not one and different. Okay, table and phone. They are not one and they are different. Yeah, we have different, which is not one. Different, which is not one. Okay.
Different, which is not one.
Yes. So that's not possible. Yeah, if it is different, it cannot be one. Yeah, so that's why 3p. Yeah. Okay. So if it is not one, it's not necessarily different. It can be a horned rabbit. But if it is different, it's necessarily not one because you
I'm
have at
sorry.
least,
I'm
yeah,
very slow. So,
yeah. If it is different,
and I use my. So we have one,
yes,
and then we have different from one.
yes, that's another debate.
Okay, no, which one is this? Then I missed this one. I missed.
Yes, I like to play with those topics, but maybe
No,
next
but
time.
the one we're doing right now,
Yeah,
which one is
so
it?
it is not one and different.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you agree that if it is different, it cannot be one?
Yes.
Okay, because if it is different, you have at least two phenomena.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, so if it is different, in most cases, yeah, we can say we have at least two phenomena, but you can have only one. Yeah, for instance, existent is different from non-existent. But existent is just one. Okay, drop it. But in most cases, if you have different phenomena, you have at least two. Yeah, you have multiple. Yeah, in Tibetan, Duma, it means many, and many is defined as more than one. Chiklimawa. Chiklimawa is the definition of Duma. Yeah, many. So it is more than one. But different, you know the definition of different.
Diverse phenomena.
Exactly. Yeah, in plural. Yeah, diverse phenomena. So you have at least two phenomena. Yeah. So if it is different, it cannot be one. But if it is not one, it's not necessarily different. For instance, horned rabbit is not one and is not different. It's nothing.
A horn of a rabbit is non-existent.
Yes, so it
Exactly.
cannot be one. So it is not one and it is not different.
But
But
isn't it that we can only compare existence?
Yes, but if you look for something which is A and not B, A and not B, something which is not one and not different, then horned rabbit is not one and not different. So it works. It is nothing. Yeah, horned rabbit doesn't exist, so it cannot be a diverse phenomenon, and it cannot be a phenomenon which is not diverse. So it cannot be one and different. If it doesn't exist, it cannot be one and different. Yeah. And if it is not one, neither one nor different, it cannot exist as well. Yeah. So that's why if we say not one and different, we have 3p. But if we say a phenomenon or phenomena which are not one and different, then equivalent. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So now if we compare color and not one with color,
It's anything that is not color.
so is it contradictory? Are they contradictory, equivalent, 3p, 4p? Color and not one with color. Can you find a common base? No. For instance, blue. Is blue a color? And is blue one with color or not one with color? Not one with color. So it is a common base. Yeah, so we have common base. They are not contradictory. Yeah. Yeah. Color and not one with color. Okay. So equivalent 3p, 4p, 5p.
Because there's things that are neither.
Ah,
There are things that are neither a color and not one with color.
yes, neither. So it has to be one with color and it cannot be a color. So in that case, it is 3p or 4p without anything which is none of them. Yeah, without anything which is neither. Yeah, so maybe I will send some debates on WhatsApp for next time to compare that, to compare again different and not one, and one and not different, and so on. Then the more it's clear for you, then the most joyful it will become, because after for the debates on emptiness and form and so on, then it becomes clear, I hope. Yes, but if from the start you have a more clear idea about one different, not one, not different, and so on, then everything becomes like a game. Then it becomes more joyful. Yeah. So
So,
here, yes, in that case, color and not one with color, there is nothing which is none of them. Yeah. Because you cannot have something which is not a color and it is not one with color. So it is one with color without being color. It's not possible.
so it ends up being 3p.
Yes, I would say 3p without something which is none of them. Yeah.
4p, which is without
Or 4p, yeah, because you have something which is in the middle, something which is A and B, something which is A not B, and something which is B not A. Exactly.
But you don't have something that is neither.
Exactly. So it is 4p without, it is the configuration of 4p without anything which is neither.
But I'm sorry, isn't it 4b is one circle, and it's together in the middle, and it has to be something.
Yes, so that's why in that case
And
it
you're
is,
saying that in this case there's
yes,
nothing.
exactly.
How can
Yeah,
it be 4p if there's nothing that can be neither?
yeah, that's the question. Like that's the
Can it be then the or friend the horns of a rabbit?
So even in that case, you cannot put horn of the rabbit, yeah? Because yes, horn of the rabbit is not a color, and horn of the rabbit is not one with color. Yeah. So still horn of the rabbit cannot be put in the middle.
no on outside.
Yes.
Nor A nor B.
Outside it would be something which is not a color and not one with color. So one with color. And is horn of the rabbit one with color?
Oh no.
So there is nothing that can be put in the outside, yeah. Okay, so maybe next time we try to debate again on those topics if you wish. And also after that, we need to see the syllogism and the answers of the defender. Yeah, so usually it's not so complicated. The terminology can be a bit misleading, but if we know the way it works, if you are logic in your life, and I know you are, then there's nothing which is so complicated. Yeah. So we will see next time we will debate again on one, different, and so on. And I will send you some debates on the WhatsApp, and we will see the syllogism. Yeah, and we will know why we say the reason is not established, no perversion, the perversion is opposite. Then we will know some basics on logic. Yeah, we will know the different categories of wrong reasons, yeah, or quasi reasons, yeah, or incorrect reasons, yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. For the sake of all the beings, for the long life and good health of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and all the great teachers that we have in this life, and for us to see the light of enlightenment for all the beings as quick as possible. Thank you so much. It was great, very joyful. Very
Christophe,
fun.
I have one last question. Sorry.
Yes,
just
please.
by this. So we did color and different from color, which came out to be 4P with
Yeah.
nothing that is neither. And
There is something which is not neither.
what was that? That was neither?
A non-existent.
A non-existent. We can say a non-existent.
Yes, for color and different from color.
Yes.
Yeah, for horned rabbit is not a color and it is not different from color because it is not a phenomenon which is diverse from color. Yeah.
Got it.
But if
Okay.
we compare color and not one with color, then in that case, there is nothing which is neither.
But it's still 4P, right?
Yes, it is 4P without something which is none of them. Yeah, if we say color and not one with color.
So isn't it a different category, like some other relationship should be there, no? It should be
Yes.
labeled something else.
Yes, we have to call it like this. We have to say 4P without anything which is neither.
because it's not
4P.
3P.
Yes, because it is not 3P, because one is not overlapped by pervaded by the other. So it's not 3P, but it's the configuration of 4P without nothing which is neither. Yeah, we have
But
to specify that.
when we study relationships, it doesn't comes like
Exactly.
in the
Yes.
standard presentation.
Exactly. So that's an exception. Like, for
Okay.
instance, if you compare non-impermanent and existent, you will have the same issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your answers, for your questions, for your interactions. That's very great. Thank you and see you next time.
Is there a study group
Yes, on
No.
Mondays. On Mondays, yeah.
Mondays?
So
Can
we
you put the link?
Yes, we will share.
Thank you very much, my dears.
Thank you. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank
My pleasure.
Thank you.